We are getting you ready for Bills training camp today, previewing the running backs. I'm Thad Brown along with A.J. Feldman. We will go through the strength, weakness, and X factor at the position, and then we will talk about yes, no, kinda, how much of an impact each of those three will have on the Bills season. I think the strength for the Bills at running back is ability. You talk about the guys they have there. James Cook, this is a guy that can be a playmaker in the run game or the pass game. Damien Harris, noted thorn in Bill's side for the last few years. Strong guy between the tackles, but still can be a home run hitter at times. And then Nyheim Hines, the guy's been at times, and many times before he came to Buffalo, one of the best pass-catching running backs in the NFL. So the Bills have somebody in the backfield, no matter what the chore is, that can do it. AJ, how much can the Bills' ability be something that this team in this season be, or can it be something they can build on? Yes, no, kind of.
Yes, no, kind of. I'm going to say no. If the Bills go far, if they accomplish all their goals, their running backs, I don't think, are going to be the reason why. You know, they certainly have ability. James Cook has shown potential, but it's not, oh my gosh, wow, James Cook. Everybody on the defense is pointing out, James Cook is here in the backfield. Damien Harris, he's good. He's fine, but I think he's a prime example of the reason why you don't need to pay running backs a ton of money, because you can get a good guy like Damien Harris for an affordable contract. He's good. He's fine. And Nyheim Hines, last year, he was still a great pass-catching running back, and he didn't catch the ball out of the backfield at all. Who knows what actually happened with the playbook and things like that, but overall ability of the running backs won't be the reason why they cross the finish line this year.
I'm actually going to go kind of here. I think that not so much the running part of it, but the pass-catching ability and the opportunity for Damien Harris to maybe take some hits off Josh Allen's plate. I think kind of this is something the Bills might be able to build a good season on. The weakness here, I see it as not ability, but dependability. Sure, all these guys can do stuff, but will they? I mean, look, this is year 2 for this guy. We don't know what he's going to get. Here's a stat for you. He's listed right now at 190 pounds, James Cook. There's only one other running back at the top of a depth chart in the NFL who weighs less than 205. So we don't know if he can take the pounding. Harris, look, injury problems. He's missed 14 games the last 3 years. And like we talked about, Nyheim Hines, he was a great pass catcher in Indy. In Buffalo, he was like a figment of the offense's imagination. Mm-hmm. How much will the concern with dependability, or can the concern with dependability sink the season? Yes, no, kind of.
I'm saying yes, in terms that we can certainly imagine a scenario where we get to week 13 playoff time and we don't have any of these guys. Like you mentioned, the size, Damien Harris's injury history, it could just turn into the Josh Allen show once again come crunch time. And maybe that's what you want in the long run, but certainly there's not a guy who, okay, boom, we're good. For all things Devin Singletary did or did not do, usually played. And usually you knew what you were getting out of Devin Singletary all the time. Come playoff time, come crunch time, I'm not sure we know for sure what we're going to get out of these running backs.
I think that's a great call. I could easily see a mid-December game where all of a sudden Harris is hurt, the Bills still have not figured out how to use Hines, and James Cook has proven that he can't be depended on to be an every down back. And that is maybe not sinking the season, but I think definitely a big concern.
And I can definitely see a situation where we get to week 8 and Latavius Murray gets called up from the practice squad, gets 8 carries, and everybody's like, whoa, Latavius Murray.
Yes.
It's time for Latavius Murray.
For a 34-year-old back is not bad, but not a guy you want to depend on. Okay, X factor here at running back I think is an easy one. James Cook. I mean, look, the guy's a second-round pick. We've seen the ability. The talent is there. And if he does ascend, maybe he needs to put on a little weight. Or maybe if the Bills can find a way to use him as a lighter running back, more of a pass-catching, in-space weapon. I mean, this is a guy that can, really move an offense around. So, AJ, how much does this X factor, how much can it or will it be something that will swing the Bills season? Yes, no, kind of.
I'm going to say kind of. If they can get a weapon out of the backfield like James Cook, it will certainly do wonders for their offense. And I'm going to kind of tweak your X factor for a little bit. I think the X factor is whether or not they can find a reliable pass catcher out of the backfield. For so many years, they've talked about, taking the cheese, dumping off to Devin Singletary. And that was fine. Devin Singletary did a good job of that. But he was always getting you like 6 yards. If they can find a way to use their backfield as a weapon out of the passing game, I think that can do wonders for their offense. Whether or not it's simply, designing plays for your running backs coming out of the backfield, or James Cook, Nyheim Hines turning that 6-yard dump off into a 16-yard dump off. I think that can do wonders for keeping this offense on schedule, preventing Josh Allen making bad throws down the field. a reliable option out of the backfield, checkdowns. I think that is going to be a big reason why this offense could take another step.
I think it's a great call. There are guys here that can be that pass-catching weapon. Part of it is getting Josh Allen to actually throw that ball. But, yes, I think if it's a good point that you find a guy who can be a weapon, a game changer, it could really change some things for the Bills. Okay, you're all set at running back. For AJ, I'm Thad. Click on something else here at RochesterFirst.com.